Hello, I'm Dionne and welcome to your quick practice. Let's focus on the quads and the thighs. This is for you if you do a lot of walking, or you do a lot of sitting, or you do a lot of lifting or cycling. You get the gist. If you're a human being, this is a practice for you. You will need a yoga mat or have a blanket or something you can roll up. So you're just going to roll whatever you've got into some kind of spherical shape. Is that a word? I don't know. You want it at least as long as as wide as your body, if that makes sense. Yeah, you get the drift. So if you've got a yoga mat, just roll it up. If you're using a yoga mat or a blanket, you can always adjust the size by making the roll smaller if you need to, but we'll get into that as we go. So we're actually going to start by, let's start by coming into chair pose. I'm not sure, what are we going to do? Yeah, let's come into some kind of chair pose. Take your mat or whatever you've got with you and like bend the knees a little bit. Take your roll behind you. And my feet are hip width distance apart for this one. I'm going to put my mat right at the top of my calf muscles. So you don't want it coming too high behind your hamstrings. You kind of want it like right under where the back of the knee ends, there or thereabouts. And remember, you can always decrease the size of this circle, sphere, whatever. And then deepen the bend in the knees until you're able to kind of casually squat with your with your mat behind you. So I said that we're mainly focusing on the quads, but that's a lie. It's actually quads, calves. Let's go with that. Lower body, everything's connected, there or thereabouts. I'm just filling time while we're holding here because it's also a really nice foot stretch. So spread the toes nice and wide, especially if you've been wearing like Western shoes all day long. If you're struggling to balance, have some kind of wall nearby, or maybe do it in front of a sofa or a bed or something. Not if you've got a futon, or maybe if you've got a futon, I don't know. I'm still filling time, okay? So from here, we're going to lift up a little bit and roll the mat or blanket down the calves, and then sit down once again. So now the roll has come a little bit lower down, okay? Spread the toes out nice and wide. And you can continue to do this and roll down the back of the leg, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit for you guys. If you're on like a flat floor and you've got quite sensitive feet, you might want to lay out a blanket in front of you. Otherwise, I'm just going to hop back a little bit and show you with the blanket. You're going to gently come onto your knees. I'm just going to wiggle back so you can see. And let me open this up just a little bit more for you. You're going to want that blanket underneath your feet, so make sure that you can come all the way on. Tops of the feet come down to the floor, and you can either stay here on all fours or very gently start to rock the weight back. So now it becomes more of a quad stretch as we reach back. And I like to kind of wiggle a little bit from side to side in this shape, which is a brilliant one to do in public, by the way, if you're not already doing this in public or streaming it like online or putting it on a YouTube video so that people can laugh at you all day long. I don't know. I've done worse things. You're going to come forward and then roll it down just a little bit more. Okay, so the idea is that we're pressing, like say you've got calf muscles here, you're trying to press down and draw back to try and create space on the lower leg. So we're going to sit back here, and you might stay here on all fours, or if you're feeling like I want more quad stretch, please come on up. Oh, it's a spicy meatball. Oh, that feels good. Okay. I'm going to rock a bit side to side here. Yeah, breathing, really important. So if you experience any kind of pain, obviously back off from anything you're doing. But if there is intensity around the top of the foot. It's not uncommon. Maybe give your feet some love during the day, might be a good sign, but also just add padding underneath you and or come forward onto all fours. That takes the pressure off of the top of the foot. All right, those of you who are like, I want more spicy meatballs, just lay on the spice. It's clearly not enough. You're gonna gently come back towards a sort of hero pose, but not hero pose. So this is really going to help to open up those quads, maybe start to move up into the front of the hips, definitely in the calf muscles, definitely tops of the feet. I like to sway because I'm that kind of person, and it feels good and soothing and intense at the same time. Kind of like a, okay, I'm not going to go there. Keep breathing. When you're ready to adjust the prop, you can roll it back, get to a different part of the leg, see how it feels. Just take it slow. Maybe you want to lean back, maybe it's too much to lean back. Breathe as you go. So know that there's always adjustments with whatever you're doing, not just in a yoga pose, but like in life. You know what I mean? Always. So listen to your body. If you need to back off, back off. If you want more, stay for longer, hit the pause button and go journey. So coming back up. Okay, just the last bit now. Feeling good? Kind of? All right. And just a tiny little word. I don't really want to get all anal and, you know, on alignment here, but just a word on the knees. Kind of have the knees gravitating towards each other as opposed to having the knees really wide apart. You've probably got that anyway from the position of holding onto the prop in your squat, but just see how it goes. And we're just going to remove this. Put your prop to the side. You can kneel, you can sit, you can let the legs out in front of you. I'm going to do just that. Oh yeah. Space. Hopefully for you too. Let me know. I hope that felt good and not torturous. Thanks for practicing with me. Farewell, dear ones. See you soon.